Phil, coming into tonight's game, the Minotauros were second in the Central Division with a 7-4 record, and the Wings are fourth, sitting at 500. The Panthers are playing against Grafton right now in the first quarter, and the Panthers are up 14-0, but Grafton, as you can see behind me, is marching down the field, where the women's team is taking on Minnesota State Mankato. Third quarter is just about to start, but for the men tonight, this is their first game in almost 3 weeks after their last 4 games were canceled due to COVID protocols. I was at their shoot-around earlier today, and you could just feel the energy coming off those guys when they were on the court. Velva Garrison Drake Animus Aggies are gearing up to host the Delax Burlington Lakers. The Lakers are coming off a bye week, and the Aggies are 2-0. And no surprise on your offense, it's going to revolve around Wyatt Carabello and Easton Eriksmo. What have you seen from them to step up to be those leaderships on this team? TGU with a daunting matchup at home against West Hope Newburgh Glenburn squad, fresh off a 2-touchdown win at Surrey. Definitely, yeah, plenty of seeding left to be decided today from top teams, Bottineau being one of those teams with possible state title hopes. We've got highlights on the way from a couple state-ranked squads at this level, but it's the battle of one-loss Region 4 teams in Bismarck in our Spotlight Game of the Week. Track season is only 2 weeks away from crowning champions at the Nodak Speedway. 68 racers came out tonight to compete in 5 different classes. Bismarck Bucks are looking to get back in the win column after falling short in their home opener last weekend. The Bucks back at home playing Green Bay for the second time in their first 3 games. One fall sport is springing forward for some NSIC practice games. The Minot State volleyball team hosted UMary and Minnesota Crookston for some spring games earlier today. The Rugby Panthers with the early kickoff hosting Grafton tonight. First quarter, right before my live shot in the 6th, Panthers inside the red zone, handoff to Cole Feinstock, dodges some tackles and takes it in for the TD. Rugby up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Grafton looking to respond. Tony Villarreal hands off to Chance Burns. He is wrapped up by a swarm of Panther defenders. Hammer Honkers taking on the Stanley Blue Jays. Honkers marching down the field. Andrew Christensen airs it out deep and finds Jack Zimmer in the end zone. Kenmare up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. And Tristan, tell me if this looks familiar. Christensen again to Zimmer. Looks like the exact same route for the touchdown. And the Honkers extend their lead 16-0. Period Beavers with the pressure early. Alicia O'Hara with the shot. Lots of traffic in front of the net, and somehow Hannah Stone covers it up to keep the game tied at 0.
It's going to be hard for me because I don't know that I want to leave, but again, it's time. The ball has to stop bouncing for all of us sometime in life, and it is now.
For the last 20 years, Wayne Johnson has been leading the Dakota College at Bottineau women's basketball team on the court. He's led the Lady Jacks to region championships, district titles, and 3 national tournament appearances. But now he's hanging up his sneakers after 53 years in the business.
In Fairmount, North Dakota, when I was just turned 22, thought I knew everything about the game and world, and found out I really didn't know anything, and had some good kids that liked me and played hard for me.
After getting his years of experience, Wayne came to Dakota College of Bottineau not looking to climb the coaching ladder, but instead call the school home.
It was just a stress-free, fun. The only stress was what I put on myself, but it's just been a fun dream job for me, and there was ever any idea of leaving.
Over his tenure with the Lady Jacks, Johnson has coached hundreds of players who he says have left a lasting impression on him. But players say he left a legacy not only with the team, but the entire school.
Everyone knows Coach J when they come here. Like, Coach J's been Coach J, for sure.
It'll just be sad kind of not being able to come back and watch him coach future teams, but I know he'll be in the stands, so if we come back, we'll still be able to come say hi.
Johnson's final game in the woodshed ended with a playoff win, a memory that will be added to a long list of others.
I want to take it all in and enjoy it because, again, it's a memory that I want to have. I love this team and I love my job no matter what happens. I'm getting a little emotional right now, so but I just want us to compete and have fun.
As for what's next, Coach says that's a great question, but he's looking forward to spending it with his #1 supporter.
My wife has had my back for since we were dating. When I was doing Babe Ruth, coaching Babe Ruth baseball. She was doing the scorebook and wasn't an athlete, but followed and figured it out. And she's been following me for a million years, it seems like, and it's time for us to do something else together, perhaps.
And Johnson had one final words for the school, players, assistant coaches, and the city of Bottineau.
Thank you. I mean, you know, you've made this a dream job for me, and I appreciate it.
Reporting in Bottineau for KX Sports, I'm Adeena Balthazor. A welcome home fit for royalty. Friends and family lined Main Street in Bowbells to welcome back Justin Hines after he competed and won big in the Special Olympics.
I was pretty shocked. I wasn't expecting that.
Did have some leaking eyes and allergies were kicking in, but it was neat to see.
Justin competed in deadlifting, bench pressing, and a combination event, winning gold in all 3 events.
Nervous. It was fun. I had a blast. First time competing was shocking.
Yeah, he met his personal record on that last lift, and he hugged his coach right away, and just before he went behind the screen, he gave Dad a quick look, and so we knew he was excited and happy.
His parents say they knew he was putting up good numbers with his lifts, but didn't know where he stood in the standings.
In a way, we kind of sat in the dark.
We were getting text messages from people at home, and they're saying he won 3 gold. And it's like, no, don't tell anybody. We don't think he did. And we weren't sure about the first one, and then he soon, yeah, they were right.
Yeah, so just overwhelming pride and tears, and the phone calls from home and the adrenaline. We sat there and had the same, maybe not quite the same amount, but we had a lot of the adrenaline that Justin was feeling. And
Reporting in Bowbells, I'm Adeena Balthazor.